of a second later, with the same foot, drove it into the back of the net. So that is the kind of quality this very brave, courageous and spirited Zambian side will face up to this afternoon. That's how they play. They've never won this title yet. The Nigerians have won it once before. Finds rather surprising. Going away with their Equaburn. Now I think significantly again for Nigeria, as that's picked up by Amokachi. Finidi is attempting one. Yekini, where was the marking? And the goalkeeper, Fili, fumbling that. Well, having spoken highly of this Zambian defence, quite astonishing that nervousness. Malatoli fighting very hard in midfield, putting it out there, given support by Chiangi. I think that might be a corner kick. First of the game. And Zambia, I think, getting over nerves here, or at least trying to. Another corner kick. Back there in defense. Okichucho, or Oche as he's sometimes called, the Dutchman, coach of Nigeria, looking on anxiously. The next corner. Rufai hesitating. Brilliant goal! Litana! And a sharp start to this game. What I talked about nerves. Surely this Nigerian defense suffering there. Look, a clutch of white jerseys, the goalkeeper on the line. He didn't go for it. And upwards Litana, solidly into the back of the net. 4 minutes gone. And surprisingly, Zamfield, he's on the bench this afternoon. He really is the captain of the side. Okafor, the substitute captain this afternoon. And Keshi troubled with a thigh injury as well. This is Nigeria fighting back on that. A thrust there by Amoniki, Emmanuel. And one of the young crop of talent coming through for Nigeria. Well, I'm quite sure the Nigerian players are smarting under that blow. They didn't expect that one. Up and over, that's equalizer! The goal coming so quickly there from the man I was mentioning, Amoniki. 5.5 minutes gone. Nigeria are back on level terms. A drooping header there, should have been covered. And Amoniki coming in from the left, neat positioning, and just puts it away. I think it may have come off Litana himself there. It didn't matter. It was bound for the back of the net. And what a marvellously entertaining start we've had to this match. 2 goals in the opening 5 minutes. Well, I did say at the start of this tournament, I was a little bit worried about some of the negative. We've had some marvelous games. Ghana against Ivory Coast, superb. And then the Ivory Coast against Nigeria, and now this one. 2 goals in 5 minutes. I think that will do any paying customer anywhere in the world, as that defense looks slack again. And it through to him. I think he's going to get a free kick out of that as well. Yes, very late tackle there. Tackle there by Malatol again. Hovering round it, and this time it was Okocha who tried it. There's the defense breaking. Finidi away wide right. Picked up here by Iroha. What a great little goal he scored in the semi-final. Finidi, little spin in that though. All Nigeria at the moment. And the ladies tackle again. Long high, way down to Amanike. Okocha trying a run and a little shot on his own. And I think he may have been put off by the fact that Yekini ran across his side of vision. Regular in that Eintracht side, and some of the Bundesliga teams have been. But there's the. I make it almost 15 minutes gone, one each, in a game that's settled down into what looks to be at the moment a war of attrition in midfield. Good in the FA Cup final. Well, I remember it. Ball on the thigh first and then prodded into the goal. Sort of goal he'd like to see one of his Zambian proteges score this afternoon. And I've got to watch this man coming forward, Iroha. He set up and finished the move. Yekini at the back. Yekini will certainly take advantage of little slips like that. And a very mean look on his face there, angry with himself. I think the angle was very fine indeed. Maybe not at all surprising it ended up like that. Only himself to blame though. And this rhythm in the background will go on the entire game. What I liked about it, it didn't seem to reflect what was happening in the field. There was a little bit of despondency about sets of supporters, but their rhythm went on and on. They beat the Ivory Coast 1-0. So that might be a gauge, a slight gauge as to how this game would go. Good play by Okocha. But look, hardly any support around him. Back to Iroha. Amanike just inside. And very neatly, as I said, punishing run there by Sakala. And I pointed out that number 10 for Nigeria, Okocha, did a lot of powerful work. But here's Kalusha. Now Kalusha really is their star. He, the man who said they would be on their knees praying for the dead colleagues before this game. And Porterfield's influence obviously telling players in that position to Metropolitan crowd in to see this. And oh yeah, you can see that knock just above the left eye. And given the FIFA regulations, they'll have to stop the bleeding, and perhaps he's going off to get a stitch in it. Well, there have been a lot of stretcher cases in this tournament, not so much because of the seriousness of the injuries, but they wanted the players tended to quickly and let the play flow, and that's not a bad idea. Amokachi on the far side. Aguabel, Yekini, can he bet it back? Oh, just off the line, and the goalkeeper is very fortunate. Is Yekini had come so quickly forward, the support wasn't there when it was needed. And most fortunate James Phiri in goal. Remember, they've just conceded their first goal in this tournament. Amanike. And once again, Yekini up to give support. Well, I think you'll find Iroha here trying to come forward when he thinks it's safe enough to do so. Brilliant play, right on top of that. But quite frankly, in more cases than not, I think a referee would have given a penalty kick for that. There's no doubt there was a collision. Watching Zambia in the green against Nigeria, the favourites, in the white, in the final of the African Nations Cup. The score is 1-1. 2 goals coming in the first 5 minutes. And away they break again. Amakachi to Yukini, who's brought down. No doubt about that. Litana, the opening goal scorer, may well get a booking for this. Neatly pushed through, and Yukini getting the treatment. And Ian Porterfield has obviously read the danger of this man. Well, you wouldn't need to be a genius to work that one out, and he's been very closely marked. The treatment has been pretty rough, to say the least. And there's another free kick. Now, I don't know what's going through Yukini's mind. Is he going to try it from way out? Comes forward, bullets it in, marvelous shot. I doubt if there's anywhere in the world you will find a player who can hit the ball with such power from such a tight position like that and keep it within the target zone. And that's why I said scouts will be curious. Or a Yukini or a Nkocha, as far as we know, to take these kicks. Peter Rufai from Dutch football in goal. Go ahead, Eagles. And it will be Kalusha to take this. Underneath it all the way. Here for Nigeria. Replaces football in FC Nantes. But significantly, no place for Victor Ikpiba. However well he's been playing for Monaco. Just doesn't get on with the coach. Well, you could see Peter Rufai had that shot from Kalusha. So corner kick, and they'll have to keep their eyes on Yukini, Amakachi, and away in the far side, Fididi. That's a clear header that goes. Stiff breeze blowing this afternoon. Nicely laid back to Kalusha, tries to get a shot in, side net, Rufai, and that all the way. Comes on, the lush, very heavy. Alex Ferguson of Manchester United was talking about how the Wembley turf can be very sapping. Well, so also can this be. The stadium, the Al Mansa in Tunisia, the halftime whistle goes. It is 1-0 in a very absorbing game. That's the halftime score. An explosive start by Zambia. Litana scoring excellent header in the air, and Amunike getting the equalizer as Nigeria tried to prove that they have the capacity to come forward and score almost at will, except that after that Zambia settled in, organized, occasionally licking, and really exposed there as Amunike picked his spot in the net. Well, we had a marvelous start to the first half, and now a repeat. Only one man at the back there, left on his own, Malatoli, the goalkeeper, a superb goalkeeper, quite exposed. And Nigeria, the favourites, are now 2-1 up. Catching that defence very cold indeed now. Can Zambia come back? I think what Nigeria proved at the start of the first half was if you take a punch in the chin very early on, you've got to come not staggering back, but with a lot of purpose, and that's exactly what they did. Pushing the ball forward up to the pace of Amunike. I did say at the end of the first half that he would turn out to be something special. Nicely touched on there by Nkocha. Now they're beginning to trap. Can he lay it off? Amakachi went too wide though. Well, we've seen Amakachi doing this so well for Bruges in the Champions League last year. Nkocha trying some of his skills. Played out there by Malatoli. That side. Tall figure of Malatoli again. Now Sakala. I think he was looking for a 1-2. This is Salieti, who's come back deep. And the poor ending, the flair in midfield and the power up front You get a very potent combination, and that is what Nigeria are heading for in the World Cup in the United States. Amokachi. Much more of Nigeria at the start of this half in midfield. Going now, I think, for the killer punch. And then he could settle in. There's Yekini. He can't be shrugged off the ball. The goalkeeper does well. Yekini still has it, and the referee went out on very deep defence and getting their midfield players back very quickly. They've now got to push forward, and that could be fatal against Yekini. And I think Westerhoff looking primly on. He's not taking it on Okocha this time. Brilliantly saved. Totally missed by Amokachi, though. Oh, it's going a-begging. And the crowd murmuring in sympathy there with Latana, the man who scored that opening goal. Awkward little bounce there. And it's from that position, almost the same, that he got his goal. Just couldn't quite get enough on it that time. Still, Zambia courageously battling, 2-1 behind. Now Yekini, this is the break I was talking about. There we are, one miss. Coming off the bench, replacing the other Bwalia. Related, of course, 26 years of age, Johnson Bwalia. Westerhoff signaling instructions there. Oh, I think he'll be happy if Nigeria can hold on to this, like the skills of Amokachi. And there's a driving shot there. Samson Siasia. Now, about 5 minutes ago, I said he'd been absolutely anonymous in the second half, and he stepped out of the shadow into the sun with that blistering shot. A very good save indeed. The man from FC Nantes in France. And yes, a nod of the head of agreement with that from Westerhoff. No, all the way underneath it. Sakala. Well, that's what I said about the daintiness of the football, but it's broken up in that rugged defensive wall of Nigeria. That's better. This is the skilled man in the team. Okocha looks for the 1-2. It's a great effort there. Oh no, that's more like Nigeria. Wonderful little run, great control. He had left this man for dead in midfield, got the 1-2 on, and then a dreadful finish. He's not the household name as Okocha, tired now, and I think he was nursing an injury before this game, risked by the coach. He'd had an ankle knock, so we are told, and I think it's decided that he's tired and brought off. Beautifully curved ball there by Sakala. Running the outside. High enough. Where's Yekini for this? No, the goalkeeper's there. And I think Philly. Westerhoff screaming at his defense. And look how Nigeria are backtracking. That's better play to the edge of the box. Shot and go off the post! What a wonderful shot that was! And now there goes Malatoli right on the goal line. Kalusha to take it. Not such a good one that time. They were unsure about it. We're in the last minute. Up it comes Latana with a header across the goal, and there's Rupai. Playing in stoppage time. 2-1 down to Nigeria. Nigeria were beaten in the final in 1984, 88 and 90, but not this one. Nigeria are the new champions of Africa. Onto the field come